Exodus chapter 21, verses 2 through 36. So, this is about and altar. Before this, how to make an altar, and don't make any altars to foreign gods because that's bad. Stones. That was dressed stones. But just make it all regular stones. Don't try to change or work on it. Impossible. Anyway, that's the brief summary of the passage before. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he is to serve you for 6 years. Not for life. 6 years. But the 7th year he shall go free without paying anything. If he comes alone, he is to go free alone. But if he has a wife, when he comes, she is to go with him. So, to go free after 6 years. Wondering how these people are treated. Well, if a man hits a manservant or a maidservant in the eye and destroys it, he must let the servant go free to compensate for the eye. And if he knocks the tooth out of the manservant or maidservant, he must let the servant go free to compensate for the tooth. So if in his anger he punches the person in the face, and severely injures them, destroying their eye or knocking out a tooth, they are to go free. Even as the 6 years are not up. This isn't normal for the time. Or if a man beats his male or female slave with a rod and the slave dies as a direct result, he must be punished. Yes, that would be like the cranium caving in or all sorts of other things, not like, oh, he was beaten by a rod and then like a lion came and attacked him. But he is not to be punished if the slave gets up in a day or two. So if the slave gets up in a day, what does that mean? Most likely means gets up and, well, lives normally. So no, this isn't the slavery in America. Stop thinking about American slavery for more than 5 seconds. Realize there are different kinds. And for the time period, this was better than any other form. This was leading to the ultimate freeing of the slaves. Oh yes. If men who are fighting hit a pregnant woman and she gets birth prematurely, but there is no serious injury, the offender must be fined whatever the woman's husband deems and the court allows. But if there is serious injury, take a life for life. Yes. Or if anyone who kidnaps another and and either sells him or still has him when he is caught must be put to death. Kidnaps. Yeah. Everyone involved in the American slave trade, or 90% of them, would have been put to death under the old Hebrew system. Actually, the slave owners in America removed these verses. Why? Because they didn't want the slaves to know what the Bible really said about slavery. Oh yes, and of course the controversial one. Anyone who curses his father or his mother must be put to death. This isn't a 13-year-old. This is an adult. These aren't kids. These are grown adults. Every one of these, like, oh, their father and mother. For some reason, everyone wants to just make them innocent little children or angsty teenagers. They're not. Okay, and of course, if a man sells his daughter as a servant, she is not to go free as the manservants do, unless, well, it gets a tooth knocked out. But here's what is: if she does not please the master who has selected for himself, he must let her be redeemed. He has no right to sell her to foreigners because he has broken faith with her. So, if he selects her for his son, he must grant her the rights of a daughter. So, in other words, treat her like his own daughter. If he marries another woman, he must not deprive the first one of her food, clothing, or marital rights. Why is it all of a sudden talking about marriage? Is Exodus 21:7 even talking about what probably most people think it's talking about? Maybe not. Let's see. Bibles. Oh. Exodus 21. Okay. 21 verse. Okay, 6. What? Oh, I've lost. Okay, it's not verse 6. It's verse 7. Yes. Let's see. What are some commentaries? What? No. That is verse 7. What in the world? Exodus chapter 21, verse 7. Exodus. No, I don't need help from an AI. There it is. Takes me 5 billion years to get it. Females. Okay. Let's see. If a man sells his daughter to be a maidservant, the right of selling their children into slavery was regarded in ancient times as inherent in Patrus and was practiced largely by many other nations. Among the Hebrews, such sales were comparatively speaking rare. Women sold in this way might claim their freedom at the end of 6 years if they choose. But if purchased to be wives, they are receive further protection. So this isn't a sex slave someone can do whatever they want with. That's a more emotional argument based on absolutely nothing. Instead, they become a wife. Okay, so why put regulations on this? Well, you know how certain drugs need to be quit slower than cold turkey? This is one of those times. Remember, there's only 4 chapters in the Bible where everything is perfect. Genesis 1 and 2 and Revelations 21 and 22. Everything thereafter and before, God's not dealing with a perfect world. So, now I turn it over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comments. See you next time for a shout out video.